I'm afraid you have no choice. You must join us for another data miner kata.
Hello and welcome, and we're back for another kata with... No, someone else. Here we go. We're back with Bringing the Thunder, and I have a new guest here with me that will assist me in showing something amazing to everyone here. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Who are you and what do you do here at Skyline?
My name is Robin. I'm a DevOps engineer. I've been here for about a year now. I'm in the data exploration domain, which is mostly responsible for low-code apps, dashboards, and GUI.
Excellent. Yeah, we've had a few of your colleagues in as well. Yeah. Let's wave one out as he goes to the exit. Goodbye, Seba. Maybe until another one. Excellent. So, we're going to be doing an exercise at kata. We're going to be showing something to do with low-code apps.
Exactly.
I heard the terminology earlier today about templates.
Exactly.
Am I right?
It's a brand new feature, 10.4.1. So yeah, it's brand new.
Great.
If you do want to use it, we now support web-only releases. So from 10.3 onwards, you can upgrade your web apps.
Separately from the data miner as a whole.
And you can use this feature, play with it, do whatever you want.
And do you need to do it through the web apps, or can you just grab
You can also just grab the 10.4.
Grab the 10.4 data miner, so that's the prerequisite to trying out this exercise.
Exactly.
If you do not have this, if you don't have a staging with the high enough version, you can always spin up a DOS.
Exactly.
And I think that one should have this.
Yes, that's the exact same one I'm going to use.
Oh, we're using that right now.
Yep, you can just follow along.
Okay, so what are we going to do? What's the exercise?
We are going to style a table.
Excellent.
We've all used the table in low-code apps. If you follow the katas, you've used them.
Yes.
So yeah, we're going to style it a little bit, give it a little bit more spice.
A little bit more spice, a little bit more styling.
Exactly.
Excellent. So,
okay, so starting from this page, this is the
homepage. We've got things like the low-code apps on there, and where you can go. All of that.
I've already spun up a data miner system.
Yes.
We're gonna first start off with, of course, a catalog package.
Perfect. Yeah, a prerequisite to download some data.
Exactly.
I'm guessing. Because if you want to show a table, we're gonna need to get something to populate it.
Exactly. So we have the table showcase app, which already showcases some cool tables we've made.
Great. Okay.
There's some data in there that we're going to use on this tutorial. So just deploy it here. I've already done it, so I won't do it.
So everyone watching, we've done this quite a few times. So going to the catalog.dataminer.services, we're searching table showcase app and deploying that one on our cloud connected agent.
Exactly.
Yep. Perfect.
Then we go to the homepage. So we have our apps here. You can see I've already made a little one to try it out, but I'm going to delete this here. This one is in the package. You can go and visit it, check out the cool new tables you can make.
Okay, so so the demo already has some of those tables.
Exactly, so this is the original table will be this.
Yeah, I was going to say I can see some more colors and some icons in there. And
made it really cool looking.
Yeah.
There's some other ones, check them out if you want to.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting. I'm already seeing a lot of things like, I come from a background where I made connectors, drivers, protocols, depending on how old you are. But in those, the tables were always pretty bland, standard, just some data. But I'm already seeing some really awesome things here.
Yeah, this is a table we've kind of took over from our testing service we use, Cypress.
Yes, okay.
And, Cypress gives us this table. We made it in a low-code app.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to make our own. We're going to start with a new app.
Okay.
Which you've already done in another kata.
Yes.
So now we're going to just skip over and add a table to this one.
Yep. And for that one, we're going to select the data that you probably added through the installed package.
We're first going to make the query with...
Yes. So using GUI again as the input of our data.
Yep. So we can select the data source here. It's an ad hoc data source.
Yes.
It's a JSON reader, so you can also add JSON files if you want to.
Right. Yes.
We have a tutorial on this. There it's a little bit more explained how the JSON actually works. If you want to check that out, you can go there.
Okay, so that...
but now we're going to skip over this to save some time.
Yeah, so just an ad hoc data source and we'll see what it does at a later point.
Yep. So we here
I'll trust you.
We-
I'll trust you.
Thank you, I appreciate that. We have some JSON files here. We're going to take the orders.json, and then we're going to drag this on our table. There we
Bam,
go.
data.
We have the non-cool looking table.
Yeah, basic, bare, empty, ready for our artistic talents to...
Well, I'm going to show you the tools. You can be artistic.
Okay, yeah, okay. No faith in my artistic talents.
Wow,
I'm
no
the
faith in
one-
mine, no faith in mine.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I remember picking a nice tower for an IP
Yeah,
app.
I do remember that as well. I watched you do it.
Beautiful tower. Okay, carrying on. So, what do you have for us?
Yeah, we have some columns here. You can basically choose to design any column the way you like it. So we're
Okay.
going to start on the left side, left to right. We're going to skip a few, but just
Okay.
show you the main ones.
Sure.
Okay, we're going to change this order ID and we want it to have a link we can click and it should search the order ID.
Okay,
Simple.
so a link that will search the order ID.
Yes. So we go to layout here. Already have the component selected to have these settings.
Yes.
And then you can here see the column appearance.
Okay.
You can click this and then you get all your columns.
You can select order ID, I'm guessing.
Order ID, yes. And then we have some templates you can start off from. We have the left, the center, the right. So if I click center, then it gets a line in the center. If I click
Okay.
right, it gets a line on the right.
Just some simple alignments as an example.
Exactly, a hyperlink, which we're going to use in a bit.
Okay.
You have an icon, the eye here, but you can change the icon to whatever you like.
Okay.
And then we also have one with a background.
Okay, so you can actually go really wild with colors.
You can go
and,
as wild as you want. But for now, let's just choose the hyperlink one,
Yes.
and we can already see that this changes it in a hyperlink.
Yes, but where does it go?
Where does it go? Nowhere.
Yeah.
No, it goes to monitoring, I think, right now by default, but we can change this by clicking on the three dots here and customize the preset.
Right. Okay.
This opens the template editor, which is the main thing we're going to use today.
Okay, right. So this is the why I heard the word template. This is the nitty gritty of it. So a template editor to change the layout of a cell in a table.
Yep. Sure.
Sure.
That's how
Whatever
you
you
can say
say, you're the boss. No, you're the expert. You're the expert. So, what am I doing here? What are we doing here?
I'm going to show you first what you have three main parts, right? You have this left sidebar, the main center,
Yes.
and the right sidebar. Here on the left, you can see two toggles. We have the layers and the tools. So you can have multiple layers. With tools, you can create new layers. So
Okay.
let's say for now we want to add an ellipse to this. We can just drag it on the center screen here.
Okay.
And we have an ellipse.
That
Now,
is going to be on a different layer then.
that is on a different layer. We can see it here. You can also see the order of things here. So we have the text, right?
Oh, right. So if you want to,
Yep, you
change
can
which.
change the orders.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Of course, now these are both transparent, so you don't actually see anything
Yes.
changing, but I can add a rectangle to it as well. And then, of
Wait.
course, give it another color.
I was
because
gonna
there
say
you see-
they're both black, so
Let's change this to red just to showcase. And then we can change the order around here and you'll see that the other one pops up.
yes, perfect,
For now, let's delete these. Maybe we'll use them later.
cool.
Then here on the main screen, as you've seen, we have a preview of what the template will look like. Yeah, it's just your way of working and seeing what you're actually doing.
Yeah.
And then here on the
convenient.
right, we have the properties of basically the layer you've selected or the layer you haven't selected, and then you're changing the dimensions of the template.
Ah, I see. If you don't select any layer, you're pretty much changing the template as a whole.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You're changing those dimensions.
Okay.
So this one is fairly straightforward. We want to configure an action when you click on the table
Yes.
cell.
Yes.
Now on a text, you can't configure any actions. So we need to have like a rectangle behind it that you can click on or in front of it.
Ah, so on the text itself, it's not possible to add an event or
No.
an action.
No.
But you can kind of cheat it
Yeah,
with
exactly.
a hidden shape behind it.
Yeah,
Nice.
which is already configured here because we use the the template.
The template for a hyperlink.
Template. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, but I'm following. I'm fine.
Okay.
Are you? Yeah, we're all following, man.
Okay,
It's
great.
good.
So here we can actually configure the actions you do when you click on it.
Yes.
You already see we have one action configured here.
Yes.
This is the basic one, and you can see it opens the order ID on the data miner agents.
Okay. So that is where you could change things to go to different URL.
Yeah, we can change the URL. I have this one here, which is just a Google link to Google the ID.
Okay.
You can paste this one in here.
All right.
It's
So
just Google search.
Oh, you're literally okay.
Yeah.
I get. Yeah, no, I get.
It's just
the
for
example.
showcase. It's just for showcase.
I remember you saying we're going to have it search for the ID, and I was like, "What are we going to search in?" But it's a demo. I get it.
Yeah.
We're using Google just
Exactly.
to search for a number.
Maybe kind of cool to show off. We have some IntelliSense in here,
Yeah.
so you can select feeds.
Okay.
Now, to select feeds, you need to have a row selected in the table, which I haven't done here. So we need to go back a little bit. Score these changes. And then we need to select a row, because then the feed becomes available for the template editor.
Okay.
It's an annoyance. It's on our backlog.
Okay. One of those. Okay, I get that.
So yeah.
So that just makes it a little easier to do like the selected.
Yeah, now it's really easy to configure this link. We can just use feed. With tab we can complete it.
Okay.
And with the arrow keys we can toggle. So we go to table 1, the selected row, the query rows, and then we have our whole list of all the
okay. Yeah.
rows here.
Yeah. Okay, so you can really go in quite deep in your selection.
Yeah, you can basically, with any table piece, you can use all of the data in that row.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll just use your order ID.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes it readable as well, because it's like a language integrated query kind of thing.
It's really easy.
Sorry, I'm a programmer, guys, but I get the point. Yeah, I get the point.
Yeah, exactly. And then when we save it, the new action is saved, and if we then publish and click on the order ID,
then the request is not saved.
Yeah, but it isn't saved apparently. I must have.
Was that still the old? Maybe we didn't apply it.
I didn't change the link when I opened it again after selecting the row. Stupid stress mistake.
You didn't change. Okay. Well, I'll have a look what you're doing now and see.
So I didn't change this link again to the Google one.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
I should have actually. I didn't notice either.
So this should do the trick.
Yeah.
Okay. Save. Publish again.
For sure.
And there we go.
It's not an unsafe request.
Apparently this is a connector.
There's a lot of those. Okay. So interesting. So we already have now a way of adding hyperlinks to your tables.
Yes.
Anything else you want to demonstrate?
Yes, let's go with the created one.
Okay.
This text is a bit plain. I would like it to be a bit more bold, to give it some color, make it a little bit bigger.
Okay, sure.
If you agree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
So here, now again on the column appearance, we can select the other column. We're going to go with created. I want it centered this time.
Yeah. So it's all through the column appearance.
Yeah,
from
everything
the
from the layout changes on the table is done through this menu here.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can customize the preset again. And now I said I wanted to make it bold. The cool thing here is you can use HTML elements.
Oh, directly in there. So
yeah, so we
HTML
can just
tags.
Add B here.
Yeah.
And close the tag as well. There we go, and you can see it's already bold here in the preview.
Okay, so you can actually completely use HTML in there to define your layout if you so want to do
If
that.
you want to go crazy, you can even add pictures to it.
Ah, images and pictures as well.
Anything HTML can be done in there.
Cool. Yeah, that's gonna be a very interesting table if you go.
Yeah, we've
crazy
already
like
seen
that.
some amazing ones.
Okay.
So yeah, I also said I wanted to change the color a little bit.
Sure.
So now here under properties you have some text settings. We have the font size here, the color of the text.
Okay.
Some border radius.
Borders, yeah, okay.
A background color.
Yeah.
And then some padding both on the horizontal and the vertical.
Yeah, okay, so some default layout
Yeah, just to create
settings
a
in there.
background color.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
see. But we're just going to change the text color here. So we're going to open this picker here.
Blue, eh? I love blue, eh?
You love blue?
Come on, let's go blue. Eh?
Dark blue, light blue?
Let's go dark blue.
This one?
Sure, beautiful. Amazing.
And then we say apply and save. And there we go.
It's bold and blue.
It's bold and blue.
Perfect. So, very easy to do.
Yeah.
Takes longer to talk about than to do.
Yeah, exactly.
As usual with these. That's kind of fun. I did see something I'd like to ask about, if I could.
You may.
At one point you showed that if you don't select any layers, you get the option to change dimensions.
Yep.
But what I'm not really getting is these cells, the dimensions of that should be just what the table decides to do.
It's a good question.
So what, do you have any idea on that? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
By default, the height is actually the most important one, I would say, because then you can change the height of any row. It takes the
height.
biggest height of a cell, so any
Okay.
column, it looks at the biggest column.
Okay, so the row
Yeah.
height itself, if you change that, it will affect the entire row with
Let's
the
do it
highest
right now.
one there. Okay.
So we go back to the other ID. I make sure I don't have any layer selected. And then here we can change the height to like 48 pixels. We can save this. And you can see our rows have way more space.
Great. Okay, so it does take that into account,
Yes,
but
does some
then for the entire
calculations on
row and the table and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
does some calculations.
I'm guessing the width is then like a default size?
Oh yes,
or?
yes, exactly.
Perfect. Yeah, well, yeah, great. Okay. Anything else you've got prepared for us?
Yes, I also want to show you some conditional cases.
Okay. Oh, something like a status toggling.
Yeah, exactly.
on,
We
off.
can look at some values in the table and then choose a certain color to show.
Yeah.
Let's go with the fulfillment column for that.
Fulfillment. Yeah, we've got some options there: fulfilled or unfulfilled, and
pending receipt.
Okay.
So I'm gonna copy this to then later on use the
Use
value.
as a filter or a conditional.
So yeah, let's select this column, the fulfillment one. You can scroll in here, click the fulfillment one. Let's align this one to the right.
Sure. Go wild.
And then again, customize this preset. Okay, now there are two different ways to have a background color.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if you might have gotten it by just listening to me.
Probably either you can do the background color like the default template there, the default styling you have. But I guess you could also make a shape.
Exactly.
And change that color. Such a pride. Exactly, Jan. A good job.
I'm happy you're listening to me.
I am. I'm interested. This is not an act. I'm actually excited. It's fun.
Well, let's take the easy one.
Well, the easy one. Well, the easy one would be just the background color that you get
of
there.
The text, yeah.
But I'm guessing maybe for the conditional that could be a bit more difficult then.
No, it's exactly the same.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Let's do that then.
Let's go with the easy one. So we have the padding here. Let's say we want 10 pixels on both sides colored.
Sure.
Of the text, and then we also want 2 pixels in height.
Okay. Yes.
And a border radius, maybe let's say 4 pixels. Which corners?
Yeah. Making sure the sides are bordered.
Not sharp.
Yeah.
Now you can already see we have a background color here, but it's transparent, which is the reason you can't see it. Now, as we've said, we only want to show certain colors in certain cases.
Yes.
So if I scroll down here, you can then see the conditional cases here, which is what we're going to use. You can add a case here, and then you can set a certain condition that needs to be fulfilled for the changes to apply to the template.
Okay, right.
So we have a few different ones here. You can do it if the state is selected, is busy, hovering, and then you can also do it on some columns.
Specific on the columns, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna do this on fulfillment right now, but maybe you want to change the color of fulfillment when a certain profit.
Yeah, so it's
done,
not
so
because we're changing the fulfillment template that you need to only use conditions with that. You can use any column. Makes
exactly.
sense.
You can go as crazy as you want with
Makes sense.
these things. So what you do here then is filter. So I already copied the fulfillment.
Fulfilled.
And then we want to show the text in this case. We don't want to hide it.
Yes.
So we click this toggle. Then these are the overrides you can do. When you don't have an override, it just keeps the value you set here.
And then in there I can see background, so probably...
Yeah, so we're gonna change the background here. And then a color, fulfillment, screams green to me.
Sure, green looks...
So let's go green. And then don't forget to change your opacity, because otherwise you wouldn't see the color, of course.
Yes.
Can apply this. Now, the next one. We also want to do the unfulfilled.
Okay, so new condition, a new case.
New case, fulfillment. I'm just gonna change the un here.
Is it case sensitive?
I am not certain.
Okay.
I know it is a contains, so...
Yeah, well, yeah, that depends on if you do it case sensitive or not, but test it out, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Put a big F in here. We'll see.
We'll give it a go.
Okay, so then make it red. Apply. Let's save this for now.
You think you forgot the opacity, or did I?
Ah, yes, correct. Which is why you didn't see the color here.
Yeah, I just, in the blink of an eye, noticed.
I just said don't forget it, and I did it myself.
It's just another proof that I am listening.
I was testing you.
Yes.
Let's go 80. Yeah, there we go.
Don't start doing like Seba does. He started testing me too.
There we go. It's not case sensitive.
It's colored. And it's not case sensitive. Good to know.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the pending receipt you could do in purple, but let's just keep it the same, right?
Yep, that's fine. Okay.
So yeah, then we could do any of these columns in any way we'd like, but I think the main tools are shown now.
This is a really nice kickoff and a starter point to a lot of things.
Maybe we can do one more addition, which is really cool, in my opinion.
Sure. Saving the best for last.
Yes, we're gonna add a new column that shows that the row is selected. So we're gonna have a check mark
to
which one is selected. For this, we also need some GQI magic to add a new column.
Okay.
So we're gonna go to the data, which we've used. Where is it? Queries. There we go. Change this one. And then on an operator here, we can do a column manipulation. We can concatenate, which adds a new column, but we're gonna cheat it a little bit.
Adding a new column.
You can just add one because we're not gonna use the value.
I see. Okay.
You're following?
Yes.
So yeah, we're just doing this here. It's gonna show the ID, but we're gonna remove it.
With a template.
Yeah, with a template.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then a new column name, so let's do selected. There we go, and now you can see this column here on the right gets added. It is on the right, we would like it on the left, I'd say.
Yeah, probably. You want to see it first when you open the page.
So more GQI magic.
Okay.
Using the select operator, we can reorder columns. So I'm going to put the selected on the front here. It's a really annoying UI.
You're the one who makes it.
Oh no, this isn't me.
Well, if the person watching, here's this, some feedback.
Seba, this is to you.
Seba. Come back. No. Okay, great. So.
Okay. So let's change this column then. We have the selected here now.
Yes.
Click it. Then we have a icon preset.
Yes, an icon preset.
Click it. We can already see an icon here.
You can probably change that then in a marker kind of thing.
Yes, exactly. So let's change it to, first of all, just a round circle.
Yes.
Because we want to have a case where it's not selected, right?
Yes.
So let's.
I see what you're doing here. Okay, so you're gonna make two shapes.
Yes.
One where it's not selected, one where it is selected.
You could do that, but we can also add a case when it is selected, and then we can show the icon and override the icon.
Okay. All right.
But yours would work just the same.
Well, would it be more performant? Or is
In theory it would be, but I don't think anyone would notice.
Well, yeah, for this small thing probably not. But so you can overwrite the icon on a specific case and actually change the image. That's cool.
Mark. You have one an arrow? Yes. And a circle. Excuse me.
Yep.
And then green, of course, for anything selected.
Sure.
Maybe a bit darker. There we go. Save this. And now if we select hero.
That was easy.
That was easy.
And awesome.
Yeah.
So we went from a pretty boring table to something really eye-catching, and you know, we're not gonna say a lot about artistic talents here,
Yeah.
because marketing is watching and they have different ideas. But other than that, I think this might be a good thing to screenshot for everyone who's watching.
And if they're feeling crazy, they can make whatever they want
Yeah.
as a table.
Yeah,
The cooler, the better.
Play around with it, make something cool, make something that looks like it's the carnival, and go crazy, I guess.
Use different shapes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I really like the override on the case change, the conditional and different images. You can do a lot with that. That's epic. So, thank you very much for showing us this. Thank you very much indeed.
No problem.
It's an amazing first look and a very powerful feature. So anyone watching, if you take a screenshot of this low-code app you made with such a nice table, then feel free to send it in. You will see the details on how below the video as usual. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that alert bell. That's not it. Ring a bell. There's a bell somewhere. Ring it. And other than that, I'll catch you guys later. Farewell. See you guys.